this is Sassy77. I hope everyone's doing well. I am going to cover a couple things that I have done in my previous videos, but that was when my channel only had a handful of subscribers, and I don't think that many of the new subscribers have seen them, and definitely pretty sure the others have not. And I'm going to cover two items that are in two different videos, as well as the story behind one that I share in another video that has no views, and I actually enjoyed sharing that story. Plus, you know, my last video was pretty angry, so I'm trying to take it back to wholesome, calm, happy. I'm not going to guarantee I don't have another rant video coming, because I have shared a couple of my theories for the crapalite, as I call it. And if one of them comes true, I will definitely be doing an angry video, for sure. But I'm going to do a happy one for now. So, of course, this was, if you can see, something I did not know existed. I know, it was when I was still buying. No, I actually bought this secondhand. I bought this at a tiny Comic-Con, local Comic-Con in August. And this is the creator, our wonderful George Lucas, who we owe everything to. Too bad Disney Star Wars doesn't realize that, but hey, I'm not going to go there. All right, so the main focus of this video is this Millennium Falcon. And sorry, the flash, you can see my shadow talking with my hands. Sorry, I'm getting used to a new phone as well. So anyway, this one, it was the only item in my collection for probably 10 years at least. This is a model that was hand-built by my brother, who passed away in 2014. He gave this to me for Christmas in 2007, I believe. So that would have made us 30 and 40. And I thought he actually built this for me. And he built models when he was a teenager. And he painted, so all this is hand painted. Okay? All that's hand painted. There's guns at the bottom, so that's hand painted. There's a gun at the top. That all of these silver accents are hand painted. So I'm serious, for years I thought that he built this for me that year. And I was so touched, because with two small children and a wife and a full-time and part-time job, you know, he took the time to do it. Didn't find out till probably 2.5 years ago that this actually came from his collection. He was cleaning out to get new stuff. He received new stuff that Christmas and the year before, I believe. He received stuff for Christmas every year until his last Christmas. I think it was his last Christmas he got this huge Darth Vader that his wife gave him. So he had quite a collection, and he built so many models. So we were not sure at that point if it was a model he built with when maybe he moved out of the house, or moved out, or he maybe early in his marriage before the kids came along. And so my sister, who is 5 years older than me and played Star Wars, the three of us played Star Wars a ton, she took a look at it and realized, oh no, this was actually in his room. And we looked at, you can't tell because I have the flash on. You can see some of it, but it does have probably some nicotine and age stains. So, when I made my first video talking about this one, I shared it and shared some pictures and tagged X-Wing, YouTuber X-Wing. And he was able to identify this for me. He had just built it maybe a couple years before. He was able to send me the link to it on eBay. 1983. It's the Return of the Jedi. So he either built this in 83 or 84, because my sister said that it was in his bedroom when we lived in a certain town, and we lived there from 84 to 86. So there's that. So this is also very fragile. That was another reason that I had tagged X-Wing, and he also brought in King's Advisors to try to tell me how to care for this, because it's very fragile. I've been looking for something big enough to handle it. I need to put a glass case, because this thing is stressing me out every time we have company. I'm very afraid that something's going to happen to it. Now that I know how old it is, I barely touch it and try to keep clear of it. And the cats, actually, they have not shown up. They're hiding from me because I'm cleaning. They don't mess with it. They don't try to get up here and touch it. I think they know. But anyhow, it's just so special to me. And someone, the last time I asked about it, they suggested that I take and get an aquarium, you know, like a fish or lizard aquarium, and I haven't been able to find the specs. So I've still been on a search for that. And I could go try to find a website that does custom cases, but I have yet to find one. So anyone who's collectors, if you could drop me a line, any suggestions, I welcome it. It's got some weird dimensions, which I'll put in the description. So the other thing that I want to talk about is why I have been so obsessed with the Millennium Falcon and why he gifted this to me. Because when I was little, 5 or 6, I would have been maybe 7, but 5 or 6, he had that, I think it was out in 77 or 78. It was a Millennium Falcon. You'd open it up and you'd be able to look in, so you could see kind of in the top and the gun. And you could see like the table and everything. It would come off the back. It's not this. Well, he had... All right, okay, so this is how George Lucas was able to inspire imagination, because that boy, he was a teenager, mind you, and I was a little girl, had me convinced that at night his Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewbacca characters came to life, shrunk him and my older sister, and they flew around the neighborhood in the Millennium Falcon. Had me convinced. I mean, literally had me convinced. And I would beg every night, please, please tell them I'll be a good little girl. And I won't tell anybody. Please tell Han, Luke, and Leia I'll be a good little girl. I literally, I seriously believed it. I can envision it in my brain. I just knew I was missing out, and it broke my heart. I never got to do it. And I think a few times they conned me in going to sleep by saying, well, Han, Luke, and Leia are not going, you know, kind of like the Santa Claus thing. You know, you're going to have to go to sleep first. You're going to have to be a good little girl. Prove to them you're going to be a good little girl. But I just was fascinated. Every time I'd go in his room, I wanted to see the table and all that stuff when that activity set opened up. And I've been trying to add that to my collection, but as you can imagine, that one's hard to find. And if he still has it, his sons have all of that. So I would never, ever, ever ask for anything of his unless his sons wanted to give it to me. But no, that's their daddy. So sons get precedence over annoying little sister. But just wanted to share a happy memory. Also, you know, it kind of just highlights how much the original Star Wars could just take hold of imagination. My husband had never heard that story until my brother passed away, and I was sharing it when, you know, people down here, I don't know about anywhere else, but people come to the house and bring food and stuff, and I was sharing that story, and he just looked at me, he's like, I just can't believe it. I looked at him and go, what? I can't believe you fell for that. I was like, but it was before I was 7. I mean, I was like 5 or 6. Of course I fell for it. I mean, we played Star Wars. Come on. And I guess he's like, I can't believe you're so naive. I was like, yeah, but I was a little girl. And again, Star Wars just captured your imagination. Don't remember my first time seeing any of it, thanks to my siblings. And I may have shared this in an earlier video. But I remember at some point sitting down to watch it and them saying, all right, now, Darth Vader is Luke's dad, and he's going to chop his hand off. And then they're going to find out that Luke and Leia are brother and sister. And I remember being so shocked. Like, really? I can't believe all this. But that could have been my 5th time watching it. It just was always in the background growing up. Because I premiered 3 months after A New Hope. So, you know, I consider myself born the same year and, you know, definitely grew up with it. So just wanted to share that, put it in one video. This is my favorite item of my collection. It is the most treasured. It's the most priceless. It makes me lose sleep though, because I'm afraid it's going to fall apart or something's going to happen to it. I haven't done what King's advisors advised me to do because I'm so afraid that I'm going to mess it up. He told me to take some model glue and kind of glue things together and be very careful, but y'all, I'm clumsy as all heck. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. So I'll probably end up getting someone to help me do that that has a good steady hand. But just wanted to share that again. I try to be a happy channel. I know if you follow me on X, I have been a little scorched earth lately. I'm trying not to argue with people, but I have a little bit. But I'm trying my best not to. But sometimes you can't help. You can't help it with these dumb shills. I mean, really. But anyhow, thank you for stopping by. If you've lasted this long, I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, please hit like, please comment. There's my last video, oh, there's so many great conversations going on down there. So many lifelong female fans who have felt the same way I have been feeling, and it's so good to see. As well as some other people have dropped in unexpectedly, and that meant a lot too. So please, please like and subscribe and comment, and have a great day. Thank you.